Oh, would you not love to look out your window and see these? These are irises. How many of you remember these from being a kid? I do, but they weren't quite this grand. Well, Phillip Watson Designs brings us that next level of anything that Phillip brings us. These are a 4-piece gigantic Japanese iris live plant. Everything we have is here today. This will be the only order of the season. We can't unfortunately go back. And the price on this is going to go up at the end of the day. So this is worth taking a second look, a third look, maybe getting more than one set. You're actually going to get set of 4 of these. And I might not pronounce this correctly, but the rhizomes, and I'll show them to you, and then you'll go, oh yeah, I got those. I didn't know they were called that. But look how beautiful that natural landscaping with irises looks. M71714. And don't forget, they'll only ship when it's time for you to put them in the ground where you live, so you don't have to worry about that at all. All right, we introduced him earlier and we love spending time with him. Phillip Watson, extraordinary horticulturist, landscape designer, and now dad to an adopted dog.
Yes, indeed. Sweet Charlie. And I tell you, I love these Japanese iris. I've had them in my garden, and when they're blooming, it really is the top of the top. Because these are about 3 to 3.5 feet tall. These are fully perennial.
Wow.
The blooms are absolutely enormous. And if you're a photographer, or even if you're just using your phone to take pictures, I get on a little step stool and shoot down on them because the top of them looks like a beautiful circus tent. You're getting 4 different distinct varieties in this. And the foliage, I'm telling you, it looks biblical, because I'm thinking there's the bulrushes, but Moses must be in there somewhere.
I love you.
I just love them.
You know, when I looked at these irises, and we'll go through the different colors and everything, they truly reminded me of my grandmother. She had irises in her backyard. This is what you are getting. Help us from the beginning if we've always wanted to grow irises, but we've never tried.
Well, you don't have to dig a hole straight down. You can spread those roots out because they only need to be planted. Spread them all the way. Yes, like
Okay.
that. Spread them all out like that, and just cover them up with about 2 or 3 inches of soil. That's it. They're great in an average garden soil, but also if you've got an area that is in the sun, but really, really wet, where everything else rots, like at the end of a drain
Yes.
pipe, or where water might collect in your garden, make that a positive part of the garden. I've got an area where the water drains out from the driveway, and that's where I planted mine. They're right beside the driveway, and at 3 feet tall, when I drive in, that's what I see. Is I see these irises blooming, and that is in early summer, and they're just spectacular. And I've got my birdhouse that comes up out of my little retention pond there with these blooming. They're just amazing, but in containers or just in average garden soil, they're fine and dandy as long as you give them enough light.
Okay, so they need light. We don't have to worry
Yes.
about that. And, you know, we may also suggest your all-purpose time-release fertilizer as well, Phillip, because that's on sale. Everything's got 5 easy pays. Look at the beautiful colors. If you can manage to get yourself a second set or a third set, I mean, you're getting them home for $5.59. These are perennials, so every
Yes.
year they just get bigger and better and more established.
They do, and it runs the gamut. These will come back every year, and they're very long-lived perennials. You've got that beautiful pink lady that you see, and I love that because it makes everything else show off. Then you got Sensation, which is that deep, rich purple with that bright yellow epaulet down the center.
Look
See
how
that
beautiful.
yellow?
Wow.
See, that's the one I like to photograph the most. I'll get up on the ladder and take a picture of that and even have it framed. But a variety of colors here,
Look
a
at
variety of varieties, and you just don't find them. It's hard to find any Japanese irises at all. And here you're getting 4 different varieties that are fabulous. And I plant mine about a month later. I sprinkle 1 teaspoon of my one and done time release fertilizer. Don't miss out on that. If you don't want to mix anything, this is the easiest thing for you to use, whether it's on house plants or on your perennials or annuals or vegetables.
And that is on sale. So, and this is what it looks like. We actually have a bowl and we took it out so that you all could see what it looks like. So,
Yeah.
you know what? This is like giving yourself vitamins. You give your kids vitamins, you want them to grow, you have to give your plants, you have to nourish them, help them along a little bit better. They'll just do better. So from this amazing foliage to the most beautiful flowers, the detail on these flowers, the wavy edges, the color,
Yes.
the depth of color, just so beautiful. And you'll get one of each. You will, as I'm holding the growing guide, and I didn't show that to you, you'll get a really awesome growing guide. So again, you know, tips for success here. How do you winterize it? What do you do when you get it home? This is what you're going to get. You're going to get 4 of these, 1 in each color, and you'll be on the start of something that will get better year after year after year. That's the beauty of investing in a garden with a gardener who's award-winning, a horticulturist and a landscape designer. You're welcome. You and that puppy have a wonderful day. It's always great to see. I know you've got a lot more work to do, so we look forward to it, Philip.
Thank you, Pat.
Thanks much. Bye-bye. Well, Ready, Set, Grow has got to have something